So what's the worst thing your teenager has ah! So what's the worst thing your teenager has ever said to you? I'm on a lot of message boards and forums, trying to help parents with questions and challenges. And I come across one today that really shocked me. And it was a picture of a post-it note on a bureau in this mom's bedroom with the words "kill yourself" with an exclamation point from her 16-year-old daughter. And the mom was just heartbroken. Um, and I've heard so many stories like this. I wish you were dead. Why don't you go die? Go get AIDS. Go get. I hope you get cancer. Things like this, and it's so traumatic to hear words like that coming out of something you brought into this world, right? It's like a knife in the heart. And why do children say these things? Why do teenagers say these things? There's a gazillion different reasons. For the most part, they've become disconnected with us as parents, for whatever reason that is, and there's a million reasons for that too. Don't want to get into that here. I want to give you 3 things that you need to start doing today to turn this around. When teenagers are going through their teen years, the most important thing they're figuring out is their emotions and how to process emotions, how to have feelings. And in some households, depending on the household, parents don't express their feelings, they suppress them. In some households, the children are taught to suppress their feelings. But in this case, you know, they're really expressing themselves. And when they say things like that, they're saying it because they don't know how to say it in any other way. Okay? They're saying it because that's how they're going to tell you. Okay? That's how they're going to tell you that, you know, they don't like you. They can't just say, I disagree with you. I don't like the way you parent. It's go kill yourself. I wish you had cancer. And it's horrible, but I just wanted to set a foundation here for why they do it. Because they're figuring out their emotions and they're building up that emotional intelligence that you know they'll be able to have multiple feelings at the same time and have the ability to share a feeling to have you know love 1 second and you know maybe anger the next second. Okay, but right now when they're in these teenage years, you're only going to get one at a time. Okay, and sometimes you'll see glimpses of hope coming through, like it's oh, I love you, mom, and then like 5 seconds later, you know I hate you. And it's like, wow, that's when they talk about mood swings. So when our children are, really, we're going to call it disrespecting us and really being mean, we need to really look to the root of the problem. Okay? There's something going on in their world that's not agreeing with them. Something's not right. Okay? It's out of alignment. Something in the household, something externally. But we're going to focus today on what's going on in the household. Okay? So when I speak to a parent that has a disrespectful teen, it's more along the lines of I ask the parent, how is your life going? What's going on in your world? And they ask me, well, why do you ask that? It's like sometimes our children are trying to tell us something, but they don't know how to tell it, like I just said a minute ago. So when our children are saying, I hate you, I hope you die, go kill yourself, what do they think that they could be telling us? That's disrespect, right? So are they seeing us as, we're just disrespecting ourselves as parents? Are we letting other people walk all over us? Are we a people pleaser? Are we being manipulated by a spouse or a partner or being manipulated by another family member? Are we living a life of lies in a job that we really hate? We have friends that we really are toxic and we really don't want to be around? Are we lying to ourselves? Are we walking through life with all these masks on, being somebody we're not? I had a conversation the other day with a mom that she had challenges with she has challenges with drugs. And her mom used to have challenges with drugs. And now this mom has got this new facade, this new image. And the daughter is so angry with her because she's living lies. She's living a life of lies. And the daughter goes at her really mean. And it's like, I asked her, why do you do that? And she goes, because my mother's lying to herself. She's making believe. She's not honest. She's disrespecting herself. And she lets people manipulate her all the time. So I said, well, why don't you just tell her that? She won't listen. So I says, well, she listens better when you say terrible things to her. She goes, sometimes, but I don't know any other way to get through to her. So when we have children that are disrespecting us, teenagers, we need to start doing a self-evaluation of who we are, the life we're living, and start asking yourself some questions. Okay? Am I living a life of my own truth? Am I being submissive in all my relationships? You know, with everybody? Is everybody just, looking down upon me and I'm just trying to make everybody happy? And this goes for our kids too. We're always running around trying to make them happy, and they see that as a flaw. They see that as a weakness. Look at yourself. Running around here all the time trying to make everybody happy, bending over backwards trying to do all this stuff for me. And then when they react out and they'll go at us, and then we say, oh, they're ungrateful. I do all this stuff for them. They're trying to tell us to stop in their own weird way. Whoever made teenagers, God, universe, he made them for a reason. Okay? He made them for a reason. He made them for us to take a step back and look at our own lives. When they turn those 5-6 years, maybe 10 years, it's for us to do some self-reflection. Where am I not happy in my own life? So if you have a disrespectful teen, that's what we need to start thinking about. So the next time your teen disrespects you, make a list. Who else in my life is disrespecting me? Who else in my life is taking advantage of me? Who else in my life am I trying to please constantly? And it's not working. So these are the 3 things you can do. 1, be assertive. You have the power. If you have any limiting beliefs, you need to get over those. You have the power. You don't have to let anybody control you. You're you. You have magic. And you need to stop, being a people pleaser. Tell people how you want things, what you want, and when you want. The next one, I love this. Always going to start saying no. And the trick here is saying no with absolutely no excuse. After I lost my son, I found no to be the most powerful word in my vocabulary, because I'm forgetting how to spell a lot. But no without the excuse. Before, when I didn't want to do anything, I would always say yes and then be miserable that day or be miserable doing it. It's like, I really didn't want to do this. Why did I say? Because I wanted to please everybody. And then I took control. I took my own power, and then I started saying no, and there was no excuse necessary. There was no, oh, I'm sick. I hurt my foot. I threw my back out. No, I'm sorry. I can't do that. No, I'm sorry. I can't help you. And that's it. We don't need to explain ourselves to anybody. So think about that. So this week, practice saying no to at least one person. Maybe the teenager that's disrespecting you. And you need to be assertive with them. Okay? You're in charge. You're the boss. Okay? As long as they're living in your house, you're the boss. You're the power. And don't let them use, you know, any kind of guilt actions or guilty things to manipulate you into, giving them your power. Because they'll do that. Oh, I'm going to kill myself. Oh, I'm going to do drugs. I'm going to start cutting myself. They use that as leverage against us to control us. So be assertive, say no, and say what you mean, and never give in. Power. Those are 3 ways to get control and be powerful. Show other people your power and stop letting others manipulate you. And then that disrespectful teen, they'll start seeing that. And that's what you want them to model when they become adults. Because if you let somebody walk all over you and they see that, what do you think they're going to do when they get older? Same thing. Hope you like this in the video up here. If you want, have a good one.